It makes it a little more homey.
Third camera operator when you're ready. You're kidding. I just want to close up on the tools real quick, just to run down when everybody's ready.
I'm good.
All right. You good?
Oh, yeah, I
You
took a
good?
picture first. So.
All right, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
when everybody's ready. All right, basic tools everybody should have is out in the field here. This is real basic because I don't have my tool bag. Everybody should have a utility knife. I recommend a crescent wrench. This is just another set of wire cutters. This will do the same trick. If you have one of these, it's kind of handy because you can stick a wire through these holes, give it a twist, and loop around a terminal if you need to. I got cutters here and I got cutters here. These are crimpers. These are wire strippers. All you have to do is stick the wire right in there and pull. I usually pull on the right size and then I change it to a bigger hole and you can slide a lot easier along the wire. Needle nose, they always come in handy. You should have a Phillips and a flathead. This is just a handy tool that I have a bunch of extensions, although you can't really put any torque on it. But you do need a flathead that's straight, at least this, to work with a lot of charge controllers here. Multimeter, electrical tester, voltmeter, whatever you want to call them. This you need. I know I ordered 3 through Angela if that order gets placed. The only 3 settings on here that you're going to be using all the time, your 20 and 200 meter for volts, your AC, your ohms, or your continuity. To give you an idea, if I just put this on a continuity, let's throw it up here. I mean, if I had a piece of wire, yes, apparently they have wrist ones that work really amazing because as you can see, these things just always go. It's going to read 1 whenever you're testing continuity. If you touch 2 places of the wire, of course this doesn't conduct. Come on, give me something that conducts. Please. It'll go down to 0 in an ideal world when you're touching 2 wires. Basically, it's a measure of resistance and ohms. And if you have continuity, you should have very little resistance unless you're testing a resistor. So just make sure you guys have that. And we're going to come to using this in here on this repair. Let me get Bob to get your tools back so I don't have them. Alright, cool. I just need these. I'm going to leave my bag out here. You know, my bag's got the charge controller. And let me give you the walkthrough of what's going on at your power station here. This bad boy and my wire. Excellent. Alright, let me give you the tour of what's going on here. When you're ready. Oh, you want to show the wires or you want to stand over here?
You gotta go on that side to get at it.
Cool. Oh, you don't have the back plate back on, or did it never have a back
I
plate?
took it off.
Yeah, why didn't you put it back on? Alright, so there's on the back of each of these solar panels, there's a little wiring harness. A lot of them just have 3 screws. Some's got a set. If you stick your probes up, let's see if we're getting anything at the panel.
Oh, my phone is dead.
Just to show you. Alright, so I'm going to put this on 200. A lot of these panels put up over 20. And all I'm going to do, if you guys can see that, of course we don't have any light coming in. Alright, so I got nothing coming in off my panel, which makes this really fun because I'm not going to be able to tell which one's positive inside. You're sure though?
Yes.
Alright, so according to Bob, this side's negative. So the other thing that every technician should have besides a good working headlamp is a magic marker. So you're saying black is negative?
Yes.
And you're positive. So we're going to just clearly mark this. So for future reference, it's real easy. Alright, next thing is condensation in these boxes doesn't really do much good. So we are going to go ahead and screw this back in and cover it up. And I wish I had a paper towel. Oh, it's not that wet. Alright, I can just change this bad boy out. Oh, I could probably get it with this.
Hurry up and come get me now.
Alright. Oh, that's for my cord. There we go. Like that. Nothing too exciting going on here. Start watching next screen. Right. Alright, fabulous. There's normally a little piece of weather stripping around. Normally all these holes would be capped just to keep the moisture in. So this wire just goes in through the back wall. Let me show you what's going on inside. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we can go get started. sorry. Anthony, did you want to be in on this?
No, my battery's dead.
Oh, all right. All right, you're relieved. Thank you for all your help.
Yeah, thank you.
Make sure Camp gets to see the video that you have. Maybe share it with Danielle, and you guys can piece together something.
Great.
It'd be awesome. All right, cool. This is my little controller. So, first things first, of course I'm plugged in. I'm just gonna unwire everything. Just so I can give you guys, oh, come on. This certainly could all be better. All right. So all I'm doing is disconnect the leads to our battery. Basically, when we showed up on site yesterday to fix this, you had a 75 watt panel outside. We switched to 175 watt. You had a broken charge controller and you had a dead car battery. This is in fact a charging car battery. So when I put it in the other day, it was at 12 volts. I don't know if I can slap this in here so it stays. Maybe we can get lucky. So first thing, I marked this on the positive and negative on both sides of the wood. Let's make sure that the battery didn't get swung around. If I can cap on this. All right, it's reading 11.8, so that's great. Again, this is a car battery. You should have 2 deep cells in here, especially if this is the last post to leave camp. This way this could be a charging station. Ideally, you'd have a switch light, run-in LED, or DC switch light. So there's light in this room and out there. You'd have a power strip out there and power strip in here to run charging stations, blah, 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 blah. There's a, it's like a 250 watt power inverter, which should be plenty for this station, depending on how much it is abused down the road. So anyway, just verify again, this was my negative, this was my positive. I should take a moment, see it says 11.8. I should take a moment just to switch these. Oh, I should also, also make a note that when I put this, see how there's a negative number there? You'll get the same reading, it's just your poles are reversed. So I'd like to point that out, totally fine to do. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my screwdriver and undo this. This charge controller is bad. I wonder if I can show. Unfortunately, we have no power coming in off the PV array outside. So I can't, unfortunately, prove that to you right now. Otherwise, I would. So all I'm going to do is connect my battery leads first. So from the battery in here, the black is positive since somebody marked red tape, which is going to get really fun because the black coming off the PV array is not negative. But again, what you can do when I connect this is always go back to your electrical tester. Now I have 2 leads right here coming from this battery. And if we follow what I just said, black is positive here. I'm going to take my red lead here and just connect them without shorting them out, and that should read 11.9. Notice again, if I put black on black, assuming it was negative, and red on my white line, it's a negative number. So again, just switching them back, I know that this baby is positive. So this line is my positive. So before we connect it in, you always want to come and double check. Otherwise, you can short out these bad boys. So I'm just going to slide this down here. I'm going to grab my new PV array, which is going to be funny because I might have to snip these lines. Yep. Let me see if I can get lucky and clip these in. So undo this. Pull this wire out. And if you look right on here, all controllers, this is a cheap Harbor Freight controller, which you can buy duplicates of. I found that out of the box, about 40% of them work. Hi there.
Hi.
You're not plugged in right now.
Oh, not at all.
No, but we can in a second.
Okay.
All I'm doing is loosening all these screws so we can plug in. If you decided you could go with DC lighting, we could hook up a DC draw right from here and run lighting continuously or on a switch. This would be the switch for that. In a perfect world, this would be mounted so it's easily readable like this one, but I don't have any mounting tools. So the first thing with a charge controller is you can mount the positive in. I'm hoping we can get this in because otherwise we're going to deal with more problems, which is why we have needle nose. I'm going to pinch these, maybe see if I can bend them. So, I'll just leave it on the fly. More showing. Get down. Let's see if I can have any luck. You know, I could just see if that'll fit all. Yeah, I should be able to do that. All right. It doesn't hit anything else. Ideally, a thick wire to screw into these holes. These are the holes. You could slip in a 6 gauge perfectly and tighten them down. So again, just to show you positives going in. Tell you connect it first. So I'm going to put that in. I'm going to tighten this down with my screwdriver. And again, that's why you need that thin head with a flat head to turn these screws. Alright, now our negative's in. Now as soon as I hit my positive in, we should have power to this baby. Yep, and we're reading 12 volts. Off of that battery, that was just reading 11.9s. Close enough. We tighten this down. And like I said, in a perfect world, we would just mount this to the wall so it can't get pulled out or messed with, dressed with all the lines. But again, I don't have any mounting stuff with me. Now, we're going to take our leads up here. Let's see, where did my line come in? Black. Oh, they're right here. Sorry, that's why I can't find them. Alright, so on this one, black is negative coming from the PV array, which we just tested outside. There's no power coming in, otherwise when these cross they would spark, but you won't get zapped. The electricity usually coming off a solar panel will just spark, but really it's fairly safe. Current. Alright. Now we're going to take, I'm going to have to do the same darn thing. So, you can grab those handy dandy needle nose again, pinch these down. Could cut them and strip them. I could do that right now if you guys want. Alright, let me show you. Do you have a utility knife, Bob? You know what, why don't I do that? Just to give a little more demo. Yeah. A little more room here. Alright. Alright?
Yeah.
Alright. So, just for the sake of screwing the wire in, instead of bending these terminals, and to give a little more example, like I said, there's cutters on these, so I'm just going to snip them. I usually just snip really nice and easy. Just going to let these drop. Remember not to litter, please pick up all your trash. There we go, now I have 2 neat wires. That should be enough space. So what I'm going to do is figure out what gauge wire this is and cut. Let's see, that's not quite there. There we go. There we go. See, now I have a clean cut. Now I just go to a bigger hole, tip it in, and just pull it off. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Just like cutting. Oh, not enough. There we go. I'm going to go to a bigger hole and just to easily slide it up. Let me set this somewhere. I just, you know, with bigger gauge wire, you can use needle nose to twist these. I just like twisting them so I have a nice point connection. With DC current systems, they prefer stranded wire. So again, where we left off is our charge controller is powered. Black was the negative. And agreement on coming from the array that we just tested. So now we're going to pop this baby in. Now I'm just going to screw that down onto the wire. Now, if the sun was shining out there, we could test the current from this array. I'll show you how to do that. But again, you saw the 0 value out there. So you're going to see a 0 in here. But if I were, I need a third hand, I always do. If I were to test this while one lead's disconnected, I could take the leads from my multimeter, simply put one on here, and if I can hold it. It's always tricky. You always need extra fingers and hands. Bob's really actually good at this. It can be challenging. I can hold that without shorting it out. So again, unfortunately we're going to get a 0 reading, but this would be the correct way to determine, look, my poles are reversed. So now I'm going to take my negative, connect it to my negative. We are getting something. That's beautiful. So here we go. So right now I have 6.4 volts coming in. That's accurate. 6.3, the sun is fading. So that's great. And we just confirmed that this is the positive again. Always good to do that as you're wiring stuff in. Now I'm going to take this other wire, stick it in here, screw that down. And once this screw's tight, technically we're charging this car battery. To test a controller, I could do it, but unfortunately, the charge controller needs to put out 12 volts. We have 6 volts coming in right now, so it kind of makes this task nearly impossible. But when the sun's shining bright, off of the ray here, what do we have? 26, 24 volts coming in, or are we up in the 40s and 50s?
26.
26. So when you test these leads, you'd have 26 volts come in. When you unplug one of these, you should have 14, 13.5, something like that, which would be a standard current to charge a battery. Like I said, this really should be shot with a screw, hammer with a nail, something. This is now junk, but we'll add it to our supply. Unfortunately, right now, I'm just going to give this a little twist. Maybe I'll just sit down here. But as you push this button right here, so it's not getting any amperage. There's just not enough sun out there. It doesn't have any draw, but it's wired incorrectly and everything's working. That's the important thing, and here today you have your fix, field repair, what you need to do on a daily basis.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.